Sniff a little coke, take a little X, smoke a little weed, drink a little bit. I need a girl I can freak with, the way to try shit, and ain't scared of a big dick. Love to get a pussy lick by another bitch, cause I ain't drunk enough to do that. Shamika, Keisha, Tara, Shonda, Sabrina, Crystal, Miranda, Lisa, Felicia, Tanisha, Siobhan.
Hey, it's OhYoNameTaty back again with another review, and today's review will be The Flash Season 3 Episode 9. I decided not to do the crossover episode because it had nothing to do with the storyline, but it did in fact make me watch Arrow. Like, I kind of got interested in watching Arrow. I got to Season 2, and then The Flash came on Tuesday night, and it was just like, yeah, I know why I don't watch Arrow. Damn! My fucking throat. You ever get that feeling where it's like something in your throat? Like, damn. Like, okay, so it starts off with Julian in India, and he's looking for Pandora's box or whatever. And, you know, they find it, and they're like, Julian, come, we found the box. And so he gets the box, and she's like, the girl, she's like, I don't think we should open it, it's not safe. And then he gonna go over there and open the box. He was like, no, we need to open that box. Or, I can't talk in his accent, I'm sorry, but he's like, we need to open the box. We need to open the box. Every time I try to do a British accent, it always comes off. Forget it. So after it comes back from commercial, we see HR setting up Star Labs for Christmas and everything. And I would think that Iris would do it, but I guess HR is the happy one, so let him do it. Barry and Iris walk in, and by the way, is it just me, or is Iris' dresses getting tighter and tighter each episode? She wore a lot of coats in Season 2. In Season 1, she wore a lot of colors in Season 1. Like, it would be like a green jacket with an orange skirt and some black leggings with some boots. In Season 2, it was a lot of jackets and sweaters because it was cold. And now Season 3, she just, whoever doing that wardrobe, you bought. Iris and Caitlin, both of them, because Caitlin was dressing like a high school principal. And she said it in Season 1, Episode 12, when her and Barry went out.
I don't always dress like a high school principal.
Okay, so don't come for me. Like, oh, don't talk about Caitlin. So, back to what I was saying. Cisco, they're in Star Labs, and Cisco is starting to see Dante. Now, he should have known that there was something. He should have said something instantly right then and there. Because, first of all, if that was really Dante, wouldn't he say something to you? And Dante is usually mean to him. Like, always mean to him. Every time they do a scene with Cisco and Dante do a scene together, he's always mean to Cisco. So it was like, you should have known that something was weird about that, first of all. So we find out that the stone is the first thing that's giving humans powers. Not the speed force, not the particle accelerator, which means it was,
So, if the stone is what gave people powers, is that what Harrison Wells used to recreate the particle accelerator? Which was really Reverse Flash?
I don't know. I'm going in too deep. Let's keep going. It comes back from commercial, and they're at the precinct, and Cecile and Joe are talking. So I honestly like this side of Joe. Like, we never get to see Joe in love. Well, he's not in love. In like with someone. You know, this is the first time they're having him be romantic with somebody, you know. And so Barry goes to Earth 3 to meet with Jay Garrick, and the old man Trickster. He is so old. Like, I didn't notice how old he was. Like, he did not age well. John Wesley Shipp, he is so cute to me. I don't know why, but he has aged very well. I don't know how old he is, but compared to him and the guy who plays the Trickster, he winning. Barry saves the day and gets Trickster out the way or whatever, and he's asking Jay, like, oh, there's this guy called Savitar, and Jay Garrick, he knows a lot, but then again, he doesn't know a lot. Like, he was like, oh, it's a myth, you know, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I want to know Jay Garrick's origin story. Like, show me where he came from, where he lived, where he worked.
He's like, well, Barry, you're the first person that I know that has seen him. So I don't know what that means. Like, why can Barry see him in the beginning? Why can Barry see him? Is it because he's reached the amount of speed to threaten Savitar.
I don't know.
Hopefully they explain it January 24th when it comes back on. And so it goes to Wally and HR, and I don't see how HR is training Wally. What experience does he have? He's a thinker. He thinks. He creates ideas. Obviously, season 1, Dr. Wells, which was Reverse Flash, was training him. That makes sense. Season 2, Jay Garrick, who was really Zolomon, who was really Zoom, was training him, which was another speedster. HR ain't a speedster at all. So how is that helping him? I don't, whatever. But Wally is faster than Barry. They scared me a little bit. I was like, Wally is faster than Barry. No, he not. But then it was like, at this point in time in his training, he's faster than Barry. Cisco sees Dante again, blah, 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 whatever. And so we go to one of my favorite parts of this episode, and I'll go watch it right now.
I'm gonna watch it while you watch me watch it.
I shopped and I shopped, and now I am ready to drop into your arms.
Yeah, I remember it, so shut up.
Sorry, I missed Christmas shopping with you.
It's okay. I have everything I need. So, are you as excited to give me my present as I am to give you yours?
Yeah, of course.
He is such a liar.
Yeah.
He is such a liar, and the thing about it is, she know he lying. Like, she's known you for forever. She knows when you're lying. So Iris basically tells Barry that she thinks that Julian and Alchemy are connected in some way. I don't think she thinks that Julian is Alchemy, but she thinks that it's weird that they're connected in, you know, some way. And Barry was like, he didn't tell me that. Because Alchemy gonna come out of nowhere and got his little minions or whatever. And I don't know what he was trying to bring Earth 2's metahumans to Earth 1 to worship Savitar. That's so stupid. Barry stopped that real quick. He was like, oh, no. Let me just go around in a circle over this little bulb thing that looked like an earth and stop you right here. And, you know, he found out that he was Julian. We already knew it was Julian. We know since episode 1 it was Julian. We just didn't want to think it would be that easy that he was Julian. I honestly thought that it was going to be somebody else. Like, probably somebody we didn't know. But if it wasn't for Barry closing that box and putting the stone in the box and closing it, Jay would have been dead. He would have died, okay, honey? Because Savitar, he was, woof. And so, Barry is talking, well, the Flash is talking to Julian, and he's like, I know you're Alchemy. And he's like, what, are you trying to frame me? The Flash is trying to flame me? Oh, that's nice, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, whatever, you're Alchemy. And he's trying to close the thing, and he was like, do I get a phone call? And so Jay Garrick, he's, you know, healing or whatever, and they're talking, and Jay Garrick just had to bring up Barry Daddy.
Like, you know he lost your daddy, and you know you his doppelganger. Like, why did you have to bring that up?
Like, that was just stupid to me. Like, why would you bring that up? Like, your dad would be so proud of
you, knowing damn well that you look just like his damn daddy.
Like, why would you bring that up? Why? Why, Jay? Why? My favorite part what Caitlyn says is, she's like, no, he basically saying like he has to be it because we've had people come into our lives that we think that we trust, and they've all like backfired on us with Dr. Wells, aka Reverse Flash, and Jay Garrick, aka Zoom, aka Zolomon. So, you know, you gotta be cautious about who you let in your circle. Basically, that's what she's saying. So Barry thinks that he's really telling the truth, like he really doesn't know that he's Alchemy. I believed it too. And so he goes and he's like, I think that you've been coming, you know, I think that you've been passing out or whatever. He was like, yeah, I've been passing out, blah, blah, blah. He tells a story about how his sister died. Well, before that, Barry takes off his mask because Julian's like, why should I trust you? You're wearing a mask. And Barry's like, you're right, I am wearing a damn mask. And he gonna take the damn thing off and show him who the hell he really is. That pissed me off so much. Like, Barry, when have you ever been willing to take off your mask to somebody that's not even an acquaintance? Like, you hate this dude. Like, you don't hate him, but he's annoying. Like, why would you take off? Why? You didn't even tell Iris that you were the Flash. She just so happened to find out. And that's your best friend, and you didn't want to tell her. But, oh, you could tell Julian. And so, I guess, the thing that Julian and Cisco have in common is they both lost somebody that they love. And I think that's who Savitar is picking. Because Julian doesn't have powers, but I was thinking like maybe they have to have powers too, but Julian doesn't have any powers. So I guess he's just picking and choosing chosen people who have lost somebody in their lives and deceiving them so they can become his lackey and his voice. Now what pissed me the heck off, okay, this isn't Vampire Diaries, this isn't Supernatural, this ain't any show that has to do with spiritual beings or anything. The Flash is dealing with, like, they talk about Obama, they talk about Beyonce, they talk about Kanye West, they talk about real life stuff. So it just so happens that people have power. Wouldn't you think it would be crazy if you just so happened to see your loved one who is dead standing right in front of you? Wouldn't you call out to somebody like, hey man, this ain't cool, man, what's going on? Like, wouldn't you think it's a joke or something? Like, y'all playing a joke on me. Like, this, you know, on Vampire Diaries, this stuff happens all the time, and they just like, oh, you're back, whatever, you know, they come back to life all the time. Not on the Flash, this stuff don't happen. This stuff don't happen. So wouldn't you think to call somebody like, hey, my brother's standing right in front of me and that dude dead? Like, no, he just gonna listen to everything he say. They say, Cisco, if you really love me, you open up the box and we'll be together forever. I knew somebody was gonna open that box. I thought it was gonna be Caitlyn, or HR, because he's just willy-nilly every time. And you know, Caitlyn comes and she convinces him to close the box. Cisco opens the box, and then Savitar comes and he gets buried. Nobody can see him but speedsters now. Speedsters are the only people that can see him. So Wally and Jay can see him. Barry getting his butt handed to him. And so Wally goes and saves him in his own way while he getting beat up too. Savitar's coming and he's gonna try to kill them. Caleb convinced Cisco to close the box. She's like, close the box, you're gonna kill everybody. Close the box. He closed the box, blah blah blah. Joe gets upset with Wally with good reasoning, like, you could have died. He was like, but he saved Barry's life. He did, in a way, even though he got beat up just like Barry. So I kind of sympathize with Joe. Like, you know, Barry is his son too, and you know, Barry's had his powers for 3 years now. Well, to us, 3 years. And you know, at first Joe didn't like that. Joe did not want Barry to use his powers. He didn't. And so now it's Wally's turn, and Joe feels the same way. Like, he wants to keep his children safe, as you know, and he believes in Barry because Barry has shown him over time that he knows what he's doing, and he's doing it to protect his family. Now Wally just has to prove himself to Joe, just like Barry did. HR and Joe actually have a serious conversation about Joe not believing in Wally and the abilities that he has, and he's like, if you don't believe in him and you don't trust him, he's gonna find it somewhere else. So another favorite part in this episode, I have a lot of favorite parts in this episode, but another favorite part in this episode is Tom Felton's acting. For him to play 2 different types of characters in one episode is just amazing to me. So I'm gonna watch that right now. He just knocked that. He said, "Tick."
That was quick.
Okay, so how long until this works? Not really sure. It may take a minute for his brainwave.
Yes! I was like, look at him giving face. I don't really care about what he's saying, but that was just my favorite part when he did that. Like, he was like, I said, okay, Tom. All right, Tom. So basically, it's Savitar speaking through Julian, saying like, Barry, you've ruined my life. And that's the thing that is annoying to me. Everything that Barry has done in the future affects this Barry now. So whatever Barry is doing in the future is affecting his present, because all the speedsters want to come to the past to kill Barry so the thing won't happen in the future. That's all what it is. Everything is happening in the future. So same with Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash is from the future. So in order for Reverse Flash to exist, Barry had to have his powers. So he did the particle accelerator, gave Barry his powers, and helped him a little bit enough. Not enough to beat him, but he eventually beat him. Reverse Flash started off as a good guy though. He wanted to be the Flash. He wanted to be like Barry. I don't really, I should read up more on it, but I know that much. Zoom, I think, why didn't Zoom like Barry? Zoom didn't like Barry because he wanted to be almighty. He wanted to be all powerful. And I guess when Barry opened the portals, Zoom found out that he wasn't the only speedster on this earth. So he wanted to conquer different earths, and Barry was stopping him from that. Now with Savitar, Savitar is the god of motion, and he's the all great, almighty speedster, and somehow Barry is threatening him in the future. So he's going to the past so it doesn't happen. I don't know, but every villain in the comic books and on this show is threatened by Barry. Why? Because he is the fastest man alive. Barry Allen is the fastest man alive. He keeps getting faster. Barry has not reached his potential speed yet. He hasn't reached his almighty, all high speed yet, but he will. So Savitar is like, I know all of you. Well, he's like, I know all of you. Iris, Caitlin, fake Wills. That was hilarious when he called him fake Wills. One thing that stood out to me is he says, one shall betray you. I don't know. Let me not even say, because I'm always wrong. So I'm not even going to say who I think is going to do anything. He says, one shall betray you, one shall fall, and one will suffer fate worse than death. Now, a fate to me worse than death is someone that you love dying. That's a fate worse than death, because it's like you feel like you're dead already. He says someone shall fall, which means die. Obviously somebody's gonna die this season. I don't know who they're gonna kill off, but someone has to go. Like, every show has done it. Vampire Diaries kills somebody off every season. They just killed Tyler a couple of weeks ago. Someone has to die, okay? I'm sorry, but it's very true. With The Walking Dead, they just killed off some of the people's favorite characters off the show, because we have to stay interested. The audience has to stay interested, and in order to do that, you know, you gotta ruffle some feathers. Like, it can't just be peachy keen all throughout the seasons. Like, they have to do something to make us to continue to watch every Tuesday night. So I believe someone is going to die. I don't believe Barry can save everyone. Of course he's gonna save Iris and the West family, whatever, but I don't know who's gonna die. I don't know who will suffer. Obviously Barry is gonna be the one who suffers the fate worse than death. I don't know who's gonna betray him, and I don't know who's gonna be the one who falls. So Jay Garrick gives the idea to throw the box with the stone in it that gives him his powers into the Speed Force. Only speedsters can connect to the Speed Force, some of them. What doesn't make sense to me is, what doesn't make sense to me at all is, like, did Barry forget or something that Zoom and the people, are they people or the aliens, whoever they are, the people that control the Speed Force, were upset with Barry and Zoom for trying to change time and go back and forth from past and future and changing stuff. So, which means Zoom, who is now, I don't know what they call him now, Death Zoom, Red Zoom, whatever, Red Flash, whatever he called. He's in the Speed Force. So wouldn't he be able to, if he's in the Speed Force and he can't get out and he sees a freaking box in the Speed Force, wouldn't he open it and Savitar is back at it again? I just think, like, that was stupid for them to throw it in the Speed Force. They should have, like, buried it. Well, then again, yeah, Jumanji. I'm not gonna watch the scene because I cried too many times. But Barry is sucked into the Speed Force, and he's in the future 5 months from now. And he sees Savitar, obviously, and he sees Iris. Future Barry is like, no, don't do this, whatever, don't do this. And Barry's like, what's going on? And so Savitar is like, he says something, he's like, finally, the three of you are here. Like, what do you mean, Savitar, Iris, and Barry, or do you mean Barry, do you mean future Barry, present Barry, and Iris? And he kills Iris right in front of Barry, like every other speedster seems to keep doing. And it's like, dang, if they kill Iris off the show, I will no longer be doing reviews for The Flash. I will no longer be watching the show. If they kill Iris off like how they killed Laurel on Arrow, I will not be watching the show, hands down. Because the only reason why I started watching The Flash in the first place is because of Candace Patton. And I saw that Iris was being played by an African-American woman. If I'm gonna be really honest, that's the only reason why I started watching The Flash. And
If they kill her off, I swear to God, I will not be watching the show no more.
now, once he kills Iris, whatever, Barry goes back. He's not as devastated as I thought he was gonna be. Like, he was devastated, but he wasn't like crying or nothing. Maybe because he didn't think it was real, I don't know. But he was talking to Jay, and he was like, I saw Iris dying, and you know, he was like, I have to go back and save her. And he's like, no, don't do it, don't mess up nothing, you know, not everything happens the way you see it. Like, that's the future. You never know what things can happen, you know, differently. And so he was like, everything you do happens for a reason. So Barry accidentally going into the future happened for a reason. He was meant to see Iris die. So he comes back and was like, okay, we're gonna celebrate Christmas, and I want to celebrate it with all of you guys or whatever. And HR is like, yeah, BA. I like that he calls him BA, but I like HR. I like HR, even though I feel like he kind of, you know, something a little missing, and I don't really trust him that much. So Julian's like, I'm not celebrating Christmas with y'all because I don't know y'all, and y'all telling me I'm alchemy and I'm possessed, so I'ma just leave. And why is Caitlin the one to stop him? So wouldn't Barry or Joe, who's worked with the man and goes to work and sees him every day, stop him, not Caitlin, a girl that doesn't know him like that? And a girl that does, actually, she doesn't know him, period, because Caitlin wasn't in her right mind when she kidnapped Julian. So, yeah, this is the first time really meeting as her as herself. So why would Caitlin be the one to stop? That was just stupid to me. Like, why did Caitlin stop him? And so it pans over to Barry, and he's like in his deep thought, like, dang, how I'm gonna save her, how I'm gonna save her. And Iris come over there, and you know, she sit on his lap, whatever. She like, you okay, whatever, blah, blah. Did nobody see Barry's hand? When he put his hand on her booty. He put his hand on her booty. Like, it wasn't there at first. It was like a two-hand touch. Then he was like, you know, might as well put my whole hand on there. I was like, okay. I was like, look, he got his hand on her booty. Just a couple of episodes, you were scared to even touch her. Now you just all out there. I was like, woo, all right. It pans again over to Joe and Cecile, and they talking, and they like, okay, we gonna switch Grandma Esther with Grandma Ethel, whatever the girl name. I don't remember her grandma name. And so they switch, and they both drink, and it's both nasty, and they like, dang, that's strong. And then they under the mistletoe, and he kissed her. He kissed her nasty. I was like, oh my God, that's so gross. And so they sit down, and they give Wally his present, which is his suit or whatever. When that's on the door is Julian, and Julian is looking good in that suit. Okay, I was like, dang, he cleaned up well, even though he wears a suit to work every day. But this is a different type of suit, like it was, that suit was bomb. I don't care. He went to Men's Warehouse for that, and he got 40% off. Julian gave his job back. Julian gave Barry his job back with good reasoning. Like, yeah, I just saved your life, so you better give me my job back. Why was Caitlin so glad that Julian came? Carolers start singing or whatever. That part was hilarious to me when the carolers start singing, because first of all, they open the door, it's two grown women and some children, but yet they singing bass and tenor. You y'all not hear bass? Where's the bass coming from? Unless it's one of them grown ass women doing it. Like, who is doing the bass? Finally, we're gonna watch the best part of the whole episode.
Open your eyes now.
Yes, that camera angle though. That camera angle was, ooh, that whoever did that was dope.
I don't understand. Where are we?
That's a big house. Well, they got the little wraparound staircase.
I couldn't sleep on Cisco's couch anymore, and your place is.
He got the lights on already.
Sort of small for two, so I signed a lease.
He got money.
And I put.
I mean, like, who can hate on that? Like, honestly, Who can hate on that? Like, that was beautiful. Like, Barry always be saying this stuff to her. Like, he be saying his wedding vows to her every time he say something to her. Nerdy Barry is so season 1. Like, he is not with the nerdiness no more. But that was a really a good episode for the mid-season. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, Man Crush Monday, Woman Crush Wednesday. I want you guys to comment down below what was your favorite scene of this week's episode of The Flash.
That's right. Know what I mean? Peaches and cream. Girl, you taste so good to me. Oh.